And back in the United States, Mexican drug lord Ismael Zambada Garcia and the son of his former partner El Chapo have been arrested by the Justice Department in Texas. Both men are in the upper echelon of Mexico's deadly Sinaloa cartel, which is one of the most violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world. The Sinaloa cartel has been blamed for flooding the United States with drugs like fentanyl. That is now the leading cause of death in Americans between the ages of 18 and 45. Here's our latest report with more about the notorious crime syndicate.
This is Ismael Zambada Garcia, a 76-year-old co-founder of Mexico's Sinaloa cartel and one of the most powerful drug lords in the world. And this is Joaquin Guzman Lopez, a 36-year-old leader of the same trafficking network and the son of Mexico's notorious crime boss El Chapo. Both of them have been the most wanted criminals in the United States for years. Authorities had been offering rewards up to $20 million for their capture. And finally, they're in custody of the U.S. Justice Department. American officials have revealed that the two top cartel leaders were arrested in El Paso, Texas on Thursday. They face multiple charges ranging from drug trafficking, money laundering, kidnapping, and organized crime. And for Garcia, who's well known as El Mayo, the charges stretch back more than 2 decades. The arrests are being seen as a victory for the FBI, Homeland Security, and the Drug Enforcement Administration, who have been chasing the high ranks of the Sinaloa cartel for decades. The U.S. authorities believe that the Sinaloa cartel is one of the most violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world. El Mayo co-founded the cartel with Joaquin Guzman Lopez, infamously known as El Chapo, in the 1980s. While El Chapo was the public face of the criminal syndicate and gained something of a global celebrity status at his peak, many believe that El Mayo was in fact the real leader. He created and maintained some of the earliest links with the Colombian cartels to flood US with drugs like cocaine and heroin, and became the biggest exporter of fentanyl to the United States. In February, El Mayo was charged by American prosecutors with a conspiracy to make and distribute fentanyl that has been blamed for the opioid crisis in the US. In recent years, fentanyl has emerged as the deadliest drug threat for the United States. The drug is now the leading cause of death in Americans between the ages of 18 and 45. After El Chapo's extradition to the US in 2017, his 4 sons, including Lopez, were elevated to a leadership role in the cartel. And El Mayo, who had kind of a surrogate paternal relationship with them, continued to maintain a low profile. Now, Joaquin Guzman Lopez is expected to appear in the Federal Court of Chicago in the coming days. Meanwhile, it is unclear where El Mayo, who has never spent time in jail, would be prosecuted. Their successful arrests are being seen as a major step in American efforts to pursue cartel leaders. However, this would probably not stop the Mexican cartel from trafficking drugs to the US, as El Mayo a decade back said, "Locked up, dead or extradited, the replacements are already out there."
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, One tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies.